Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Naomi and let's dream about beauty. In today's video, I'm going to go through my Shop My Stash items and I'm going to tell you what I think. So if you're interested in this, just keep on watching. So let's get started. I've got my Shop My Stash items. These are the face products. And then I've got my eyeshadow palettes. So I'm going to start with primers. So this is the Professional Benefit Light Primer and I really enjoy this. It is soft, silky, cooling. It's a really interesting texture and it's really interesting how it feels on the skin. And I recommend this. Honest Beauty Matte Primer. Honestly, I didn't test this one out as much as I would have liked because I was too busy using this one. So yes, I did enjoy this, but I need to test it more. That is the Honest Beauty Matte Primer. Then I have the Cherry Matte Mattifying Primer, Wild Cherry Extract, Silicone Free from Pacifica. I did not enjoy this. I did not find that it kept me matte whatsoever, and I am considering decluttering this. Okay, so that was the 3 primers. Let's go through foundations now. The first foundation I have here is the Natasha Denona Transform Matte Pore Vanishing Matte Foundation. I did not care for this. It did not look nice on my skin. It was very visible. It was really made my skin look more textured. It didn't play well with my oils. I will be decluttering this. This is the One Size Turn Up the Base BBB Cream Beauty Blur Balm. This is Holy Grail status. This is a beautiful foundation. It is what I'm wearing now. It looks beautiful on the skin. It's really plays well with my oils. In fact, I have a picture of me dying of heat stroke, sweat all over my face in Nashville while I was at a Josh Groban concert. Love Josh Groban. It was an outdoor concert and I sweat all over my face. I'll insert the picture here and you can see that the foundation still is not breaking up. It still looks good. So that's that one. Then the last one I'd like to talk about is, oh no, there's 2 more, sorry. This is the Ease Drops from Fenty. This is an interesting foundation. It is meant to be more of a tint, but it does have medium coverage. I liked it when I first put it on, but it did not play well with my oils and it broke up. So while I will be keeping this, it is not a favorite. And then the last one also has achieved Holy Grail status. This is the Makeup Forever HD Skin. I love this foundation. I think it is absolutely beautiful. It is true that it is undetectable on the skin. It plays well with my oils. It doesn't break up. It never looks cakey. I highly recommend this. I have this in the shade 2 and 22. The Ease Drops I have in shade 7. The One Size Turn Up the Base I have in shade 3N, which is for light neutral undertones. And I'm not going to talk about the Natasha Denona one. Okay, so let's move on to concealers. I had 2 concealers in this Shop My Stash. The first one is the one I'm wearing now, and it is from Dior. It is the Dior Backstage Concealer. This is good, but it is not great. It is not as much coverage as I would like, although it would really, I can imagine, play well with the Backstage foundation because that is not full coverage either. But I like it. It does show a little bit of the texture under my eyes. I find it is not as smoothing as some of the other concealers that I have. The other one is the Item Beauty. I think it's Item Beauty. This is, it doesn't say what it's called. Oh, maybe on the bottom. No, it just says this is the shade oh, it is the Air Hug Concealer in shade 200. Got this from BoxyCharm. I quite like it. It is really nice for covering up blemishes. Didn't really use it under the eyes as much as I did covering up. I had a spot here when I was in Nashville, and I used this to cover up blemishes, and it worked really well. So yeah, that's a good one. I can see that my camera is flashing at me, so I need to change my camera. I'll be right back. My camera is flashing at me. I need to change it. I can see that my battery is flashing at me, and I need to change it. I'll be right back. Okay, so moving on to bronzers. I have the One Size Beauty, I think it's One Size Beauty bronzer. That's what it looks like. I was watching Angelica Nyquist do a ranking of her recent hauls, and she gave this a bad review. I don't agree. I thought it was really nice, blended out well, it was not patchy, and I do appreciate that the three colors here are all usable for me. So yeah, I think this is a great bronzer palette. Packaging is beautiful. Then the Hollywood Contour Wand Easy Contour from Charlotte Tilbury. This is a beautiful product, but it is not easy to use. It is a learning curve. I find that it has the sponge, and you can just see how much product is sitting there, hopefully, on, it's just messy. And when you squeeze it, it's really hard to just get out a little bit. So then I dab it on my cheek or on my forehead, and I've basically got a mess. So it's really, but once you got to blend it in, and then you go in with a sponge and try to remove some of the excess product, it's beautiful. Also, I don't recommend this with a sponge. I think it's better with a dense brush, which is what Andrea from Makeup and More with Andy, she recommended that I try a dense brush, and it worked much better. This is achieved Holy Grail status. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Cream Bronzer. Used that today, and I really love this. It blends beautifully, it's easy to use, it looks great. This is a shade medium. I will be getting the shade lighter than this for my winter skin. That's that. Alright, moving on, I have the Physicians Formula Bread and Butter Bronzer. This is what this looks like. It smells really good. If you don't care for the original bronzer smell from Physicians Formula, try this. It is really nice. The only thing I found with this is it's quite pigmented, so just be careful. A couple of times I used it and I noticed later on in the day that I didn't blend it too well down in this area, so you really need to maybe go in with one brush and then blend out with a clean brush or something like that. But it is a nice bronzer. It went over top of the Charlotte Tilbury cream bronzer really nicely. And the last one I'd like to talk about is the Fenty Beauty bronzer. This is the Sunstalker Face and Eye Bronzer Highlighter Palette. This is really nice. If I can get it open, I can show it to you. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bronzers. These 3 are usable for me. These 2 could be used as eyeshadows. The highlighters are quite nice. They are a little bit understated, so they're not, if you don't like a blinding highlighter, then you might enjoy these 2. So overall, I'm happy with this palette. I think the Sunstalker formula is great. Okay, let's move on to blush. I've got lots of blush in here. And a lot of the blush I picked actually is, interestingly enough, a kind of more of a blush highlighter hybrid. Sorry, I'm just getting all the blush out of this little thing here. Oops, I had one more concealer I forgot about. This is the Tarte Power Flex. Now, I can't remember if this was in my original Shop My Stash or if I added it for my trip. I'm not sure, but anyhow, love this. It's great under the eyes. It's smoothing. It doesn't show my texture. It's just a great concealer. I really enjoy it. So I highly recommend this one. Okay, back again to the blushes. Okay, so this is called Rhubarb and Rose Creamy Lip and Cheek Palette from Seraphine Botanicals. Somehow I ended up with two of these. I think I got one in BoxyCharm, and then I think I bought one in Drop Shop because I forgot I got this in BoxyCharm. This is a cream blush and lip kit, and I did not use this. I meant to, but I didn't. So I will be trying this in my next Shop My Stash. So it'll be staying in the rotation. Okay, the Clinique blushes. These are Holy Grail status. The Cheek Pop Pearl, this is Ruby Pop. And this one is Rose Quartz Pop. They are both absolutely gorgeous. They are illuminating, but not too illuminating. They are pigmented. The colors are beautiful. There is absolutely nothing that I can say about these that I don't like. Packaging's cute. So those are those two. This one is the ruby one, and this one is the, oh, sorry, I got that backwards, I think. This one is the rose quartz, and this one is the ruby. So this is a new collection from Clinique. It's called the Cheek Pop Pearls. So there's, I think, 5 or 6 in the collection, and I highly recommend all of them. Okay, these two are from Odin's Eye. This is, so far I would give this packaging goals. Like, this is best packaging of 2022. So stinking pretty. This is called Sunset Clouds. It's the pink blush, and it's matte. It is highly, highly pigmented. I dabbed once with my brush and I got too much on it, so you need to just go in a little bit carefully. It's what I'm wearing on my cheeks right now, and it is gorgeous. The other one I have is called Roseate Love, and this is a hybrid. This is a blush highlighter hybrid. It's quite glowy. You can see the glow there, and it is beautiful on the cheeks, so I highly recommend that one as well. I really enjoyed my blush selections this Shop My Stash, I will say. They are all just so much fun to use, so pretty. Okay, now we've got two of the Pixie glowy blushes. This one is Friendly, and this one is called Sweet Glow. Couldn't read it because it was upside down. The one called Sweet Glow is, yeah, it's, I would not call this a blush. I would call it a highlighter. A really pretty soft pink highlighter. It's gorgeous. Right there. So it is quite light, but it looks really pretty on. If you don't like a frosty highlighter, you won't like this, because it is quite light. But I don't mind a frosty highlighter. My preference though is this one. It is called, again, Friendly Blush. Is that the name of it? These are a part of the Pixie and Hello Kitty collection. This one's a little more muted. And again, you can use it as a glowy blush, and it is beautiful. So I highly recommend these two Pixie blushes. Well, this one more, sorry, than the lighter one. The one I didn't get to use, oh, sorry, there's two more, but this one I didn't get to use too much because I was so busy using the Clinique blushes. This is the Cheeky Devil Glow Play Blush, and it is really pretty. I used it, I think, twice, and I was happy with it. But I need to use it more to really have a full opinion of what I think of it. I have another one. I did pull it into my Shop My Stash this time. I think it's more of a coral one, the other one I have. But I will be rotating this into my next Shop My Stash again, which I'm hoping probably won't be up until next week, because I'm headed to British Columbia for a holiday, going to see my mom. This is the Complex Culture Good Glow Blush Duo in the shades So Chill and Glow Rush. I have another kit just like this. I got this from BoxyCharm, the drop shop, and I love it. Like, they're really pretty blush colors. They're not too pigmented, just pigmented enough. They go on easily, blend out, pretty colors. Really like them. I'll swatch them for you. So there's the lighter shade, and the more sort of one that looks a little bit more like the NARS Orgasm. Running out of room, places to swatch things. Okay, so moving on to Huda Beauty. These are her, what do they call these? Cheeky Tint Blush Sticks. This is in Coral Cutie, and this one is in Proud Pink. I enjoy these. They're very pigmented, so go in lightly. I just put them on my cheek like that, and then just blended it in with the blush. Didn't lift the foundation underneath. Was easy to blend in, but they are pigmented, so just, you're warned. Okay. I guess we could swatch them. I'm swatching with my, oh, that one's so pretty. They are a bit glowy too. They definitely have some reflect in them. So those are the two ones there. My hands are all striped in pretty pink colors. You can definitely tell I have a pink preference. Okay, moving on. Oh, I forgot to do this earlier. I was trying to do it in kind of order of what you put things on your face. But anyhow, this is the One Size powder. Don't have much to say about it. It's in the shade Translucent. It's fine. It's good. I like it. It's not Holy Grail. I much prefer the Peach Perfect powder. That one is so blurring. This one is, it's not overly blurring. It's not overly, yeah, there's nothing like spectacular about it. It's just, it's okay. Okay, now I've got some highlighters to talk about. By the way, I filmed this all yesterday. This is my second time doing this. I was so crushed when I went to watch it back to edit it, and yeah, no audio, or the audio was very poor. I lent my camera to my stepson, so it wasn't quite the same way that when I got it back, and anyhow, it was a little disappointing, but whatever. Okay, Jouer. The Jouer, what is this called? Molten Glow. So it's called the All Over Face and Body Highlighter in the shade Molten Glow. This is gorgeous. I forgot how much I liked it. I haven't used it in a while. I've had it for a couple of years. And it is super, super glowy. But it's not frosty. It's just a beautiful kind of golden champagne shade. So it is really nice. And then I've got the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk highlighter with the beautiful packaging. I didn't use this as much. I don't know why. What did I use more? I used the Dior more. That one I'll be showing you next. But this one is really pretty, and it goes on really nicely. The only thing I don't like about it is you can kind of see the sparkles, in my opinion. This one I have on today. It is I Heart Revolution in the shade Tasty Peach. Yeah, that's really cute. I like it. I'm not head over heels for it. In fact, I think today was the first time I tried it. Not the first time ever, but it's the first time I've used it since I put it in my Shop My Stash. Then the Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette. Andrea from Makeup and More with Andy was kind enough to gift this to me, and that's what it looks like. So this is the one I used, that I was the most drawn to use. I think it's just, it gives kind of that sweet spot of glow. It's not too glowy, it's not too subtle, it's just perfect. And what I usually do is I just kind of go with my brush over a few of the shades, like I don't just stick to one quadrant. But that's what that looks like. So highly recommended. And then I used the Pillow Talk Beauty Light Wand Easy Highlighter from Charlotte Tilbury. Again, it's not easy. She's lying. They're not easy, these wands. I feel like I have an hair sticking to my eyelashes. I don't know if that's the case or not. Yeah, so you got to be quick, blend it out either with your fingers or with your sponge, and just I would warm up my fingers like this and then just go in like that. And yeah, a couple times I noticed that I waited a little too long, and then because it goes, I mean, it's like got the sponge, and so when you go in, of course it makes a circle, and then if you're not fast enough, it's hard to blend the circle out. I can see a couple of things down here that I missed. Here we have the bronzer from Rare Beauty. Didn't use this as much as I wanted to. The one time I did use it, I liked it, but it will be staying in my Shop My Stash, and I will be concentrating on this one as my cream blush, because I have heard really good things about it. Another product I don't really have an opinion on is the Translucent Crystal Light Reflecting Setting Powder from NARS. It is fine. I didn't use it as much as I probably should have in order to have an opinion about it. So I'll keep it in and I'll try to use it a little more often. Okay, so that's everything in that basket. I'm going to put everything back in the basket, and then we'll go on and talk about my eyeshadow palettes. Okay, so let's move on to eyeshadow palettes. The first one I'd like to talk about is my Luxie. I have about 3 or 4 of these full of singles. I was able to use 2 shades. I used this one yesterday and this one today. That is what I have on my eyes. And I love the Luxie shadows. They're beautiful. The only thing is I traveled with this, and this shade here broke everywhere, which I discovered yesterday, and I had to clean up the whole palette. So I was a little, damn it! Cut my finger. See, this is the thing with singles, is it? I'm always gouging them. Damn it! Okay, that's that one. Feeling Bubbly from ColourPop. I had fun with this one. It is just great for a light, neutral day look or evening look. The shimmers are pretty champagne, and yeah, I really liked it. So I did not use this one. It will have to be back in my rotation again next month. Of course I love Of Quartz. This is a beautiful cool toned neutral palette. I had fun using it. In fact, I will post a picture here of an eyeshadow look I did with this. Actually, I'll just post a picture, but I can't remember if it's this one and this one mixed. It might be. I also used the Mandalorian when I was in Tennessee, and I liked it very much. Still don't care for that yellow shade though. What else do we have? I did not use this one. This is the Sigma New Mod palette. I will be keeping it in and using it next month. I also did not use my Tiny Marbles palette, so I'll be keeping this in and using it next month. The Midnight palette from Beauty Bay. Oh goodness, I used this one. This one was so pretty. I got a beautiful blue look out of it. You can see that's kind of my jam, isn't it? We all know that. So I was happy with the quality of the shadows. I think this is a beautiful palette. I recommend it if you care for the color story. You could get the smaller one too. I had to have the big one. That's what she said. And then the Star Wars palette. Oh, I love this one. This one is fun to use. Surprisingly, when I was in Tennessee, I did a lot of neutral looks, not a lot of color. I used the neutral browns in here with the silver, and I got a really pretty look. It was easy to use, easy to blend out, no problems at all. And of course, I'm a Star Wars geek, so although I would say I like Star Trek more than I like Star Wars. I would love to see a Star Trek collaboration. That one with Data, Lieutenant Commander Data. Is that what he's called? Oh, we have one more thing. I love this. This is a quad from M Cosmetics. And she calls this the Coffee Shop quad. So if you're interested in picking it up, it is available right now, I think, at EMME Cosmetics. It is a great cool toned color story with some taupes and browns. I did not use this darker brown shimmer because I wanted more of a champagne shimmer with the look I did, and I have used this. It is what is on my eyes with the Luxie shimmer today. And oh my goodness, that is all of the eyeshadow palettes. So that is it. We have come to the end. I did really enjoy pretty much everything that I had in my Shop My Stash. I did really well picking out the products, I think. So they're all going to go back now, and I'm going to pick a new Shop My Stash next week when I'm back from British Columbia. So anyhow, I don't have anything else to say. Time is our most precious resource, and when you spend some of your precious time with me, I really appreciate it. I hope wherever in the world you are, that you're well, that you're healthy, that you're happy. I'd like to ask you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Activate the notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. Comment down below. Love reading your comments, and maybe a thumbs up. And that's it from me for today. Take care. Bye-bye.